Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be doing a weekend in my lifestyle video for one of my first weekends here in London. So you guys have been DMing me a bunch on Instagram and Twitter lately asking for more like London vlog style videos, and I'm definitely going to start filming more of these, but I'm kind of struggling to figure out how I want to do this. I wasn't super thrilled with the way that my last video turned out, but you guys really liked it and your feedback meant a lot to me. But I'm just still kind of in the process of like adjusting to living here, figuring out my schedule, and just getting used to living in a new city, a new country, a new continent, you know. But I wanted to share this past weekend with you guys and sit down and kind of narrate it for you while I showed just different clips and different little like snippets from the weekend and try to piece it together, if that makes sense. So Saturday morning, me and my two roommates and a couple other kids from my program, there was probably around 50 of us, got on a bus and we drove 2 hours north, I believe. I will put that here if I'm wrong, to Salisbury, and we went on a day trip basically to see the town of Salisbury and Stonehenge, which was really, really cool. It wasn't something that I even had on my radar of seeing while I was here, but my program that I'm with sent out like an itinerary of different activities you could sign up for over the summer, and that was one of them. So like I said, we hopped on the bus and it's about a 2-hour drive. It was pretty relaxing. We got there, we had some time to walk around the town, and it was absolutely beautiful. I've obviously never been. There was a bunch of little markets around and just fresh produce everywhere, fresh pastries and bakeries, and every corner you looked, the town smelled so good. It smelled like really, really nice cheese. That's like the best way I can think to describe it. So we had about 2 hours to walk around the town, and the first hour we just kind of spent walking up and down the streets. Like I said, they were so cute. The shops were super colorful and they had all these like banners up, and it was just a very lively town, especially compared to London. Not that London's not, but it was definitely like a different vibe, if that makes sense. So we just kind of walked in some of the stores and just explored the area, and then we sat down and got like a lunch snack type of thing. We went to this little bakery cafe. I'm forgetting the name, but it was absolutely delicious. It just smelled like the most high quality cheese you can imagine. It's like, that's like the only way I can think to describe it. So Lainey and I got grilled cheese, and Meg got like some quiche, and we just sat down outside for a little bit and like just people watched and took in the city, and it was really, really fun. Then after that, our next kind of like destination of the day was the Salisbury Cathedral, which was really pretty. I personally wasn't raised religiously, so I didn't appreciate it as much as other people did on the trip, just because I don't necessarily have a connection to it, but I could really appreciate like the architecture. The stained glass windows were beautiful. The Magna Carta was also there, which was really cool. Again, that's just something I didn't expect to see or experience here on this trip, so it was like a pleasant surprise, you know. And then after that, we were able to get back on the bus, and we drove a little bit more and ended up at Stonehenge. We also had a couple hours at the park, so we were able to kind of take the buses to the actual Stonehenge monument, walk around the exhibit, just explore the area. It was really, really cool, and it was definitely like a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me, I think. Seeing it in person was really cool, especially because, like I said, I didn't expect to have that experience this trip, and it was just a really good, like, fun-filled day. And then eventually we just got back on the bus and came home, stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I filmed for that night. We did go out later that night, but I just haven't been filming me going out because I feel like it's like the same type of story every time, if that makes sense. Like, so that was the end of my Saturday. So Sunday was a lot more low-key of a day. Basically, me and my roommates just all did different errands. Basically, all I did Sunday was pick up a textbook and plop down in a little like cafe thing and do homework. I do have some clips, so I will insert those. But it was just a day that I needed to have. I like set up all my notebooks and got organized for class and just kind of like wrote down my thoughts and everything that was happening, and it was just like a good day to get settled. So that leads us to today, which is Monday, which is the last day in this little like weekend in my life video. And me and my two roommates, Lainey and Meg, which you guys have met now, had reservations at Sketch, which is a really, really cute tea house in London. That was something that I definitely wanted to do. I know Sketch isn't like super traditional if you're familiar with it, but that's like perfect for me, I think. So we did like a formal afternoon tea. It was really cool. I have a ton of clips to insert here. The actual like gallery and area that you sat was absolutely beautiful. Sketch also has like those iconic little egg bathrooms. You've probably seen it either on my Instagram or like everybody in the world has Instagrammed it if they've been there, just because it's so cool. Like, I don't know how you couldn't. So we had this like formal 4 or 5 course afternoon tea, and it was really, really cool. I've never experienced anything like that. I think I went to like tea when I was young with like my Girl Scout troop, and I remember the like finger sandwiches were like peanut butter and jelly, ham and cheese, that kind of stuff. These were like very formal. We had like caviar, which I've never had. And just like, we didn't really know how to like societally act here. We were definitely struggling, but it was really fun. I drank hot tea for the first time in my life. I have tried it before, but I just didn't really like it, but I knew I like kind of had to in this case. So I just got like a black vanilla tea, and it was actually really yummy. I liked it a lot. And then they just like kept bringing out the different courses, and there were sandwiches and desserts and cakes, and then they offered me a latte, and I was like, yes please, I love coffee, as you guys know. And it was just a really great experience. It was definitely more expensive of an experience. If you're going to be in London, I would recommend it if you're willing to kind of splurge a little bit of money on it. I think it's like one of those like kind of authentic experiences to have, and it's a really cool way to have that authentic experience, if that makes sense. So yeah, we are home from that now, and I'm getting ready to run off to class. I have a class this afternoon, and then that'll pretty much be the rest of my day. So that is everything for this weekend in my life video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, definitely follow me on Instagram at AmyDRauch. I've been posting on my stories a ton lately, and that's just like an easier way for me to keep up with like sharing my life and just showing like quick little snippets here and there if that's something that you're interested in. Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys like these type of videos. Like I said, I'm definitely struggling to figure out how I want to situate myself with videos and making content for you guys here. I'm trying to keep up 2 times a week, but I don't know how like feasible that is for me right now with a full-time schedule and living in a brand new country, but I'm trying my best, so we'll see. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below. It definitely helps me out. And with all that being said, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.